Alright, welcome to 10-2, the area of triangles and trapezoids. Alright, you need out paper, pencils, straight edge, and colorful pens if you so choose, just because those are fun. Once you have those out, get ready to move on. Alright, so in a triangle, you know that you have a base, right? The length from one end to the other. Okay, that's your base length. Your height, though, in order to find the area of a triangle, in order to find height, because area is still going to include a height measurement, you need to look again at the altitude. This is just like for parallelogram. You have the altitude of a triangle, which is creates a perpendicular line to the base. From the vertex of the triangle. Okay, you should recall the vertex is this top angle. So it's going to come down, it's going to make a right angle to the base. This is your altitude. And your altitude is going to be equal to your height. Make sure you're writing it down and tracking with me. If the video is going too fast, you can always pause in order to catch up. So we have the base of a triangle, and then we have the altitude, which is the height. And so the area of a triangle, this is a really important note, the area of a triangle equals 1/2 the base times the height. So it's basically like if you had a square, and then you cut it in half, you would have two triangles. That's what the area of a triangle is. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some examples. So example 1, finding the area of a triangle. Let's draw ourselves a nice big triangle here. Alright, I'm going to give you the information that this is 8 centimeters. This side is 5 centimeters and 5 centimeters. Alright, so example 2, we're going to be finding the area of an irregular figure. Okay, an irregular figure is something like, for example, if you have a house. Okay. Or if you have well, let's start with a house. We'll get to more complicated shapes in a minute. So in an irregular figure, we have a house. Alright, our given information, we have 10-foot wall height, ceilings, we have a 16-foot floor, and we have in our attic a 9-foot tall ceiling. Alright, so how are we going to go about finding this? The rule for this type of problem when you have an irregular shape, the rule is to, this is important, rule, trace and separate. Okay, so that means I'm going to say, okay, well, I know what the area formula for a rectangle is, right? So I'm going to go separate this shape. So I have 10 by 16. So I can go and I can find the area of that shape. So area equals base times height. So area equals 10 times 16. So the area equals 160 feet squared. Okay, I can trace and reseparate and separate out up here. I know this triangle here, they've given me, I can draw it to the side. Well, they've given me an altitude or a height of 9. And I know this base here is equal to, down here, 16 feet. So I can go and I can say area equals 16, sorry, I'm messing up. I forgot to put my area formula. Area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. So the area equals 1/2 16 times 9. Your height is 9, right? That's where your right angle is. So the area equals 1/2 times 144. So the area equals 72. And that is, we did feet times feet, so it's feet squared. Okay, now your last step, you've now found the area of this upper triangle and the area of this smaller rectangle, or lower rectangle. You need to add them together. So you're going to add together in order to find the area of the whole space. You're going to say area equals 160 plus 72. So it equals 232. Oops. Feet squared. Okay, that's your final answer. Alright, pause if you have a question and ask Miss Wall. Otherwise, I'm going to have you go ahead and do an example on your own. Alright, so this is example 2A. You are going to be given a square with triangle on the side. Your job is to find this shaded region. Okay, the area of the shaded region. Okay, you're given information. Okay, so you're given an altitude of 4 and a side length of 4 by 4. Go ahead, find the area, pause the video, hit play when you're ready to watch. Alright, you should have found the area of this lower square. Area of a square is side squared, so area equals, or you could say, or area equals base times height. So whether you did 4 squared or area equals 4 times 4, it's the same thing. So the area equals 16, and that's yards squared. Okay, the area of your upper triangle, right? If you were to redraw that triangle, you were given, that's 4 for height and 4 for base. So area equals 1/2 base times height. Area equals 1/2. Your base is 4 times the height of 4. So area equals 1/2 times 16. Area equals 8 yards squared. Okay, and then we're going to go and we're going to add these up in order to get the total area. So the area equals 16 plus 8, which equals 24 yards squared. Final answer. All right. We're going to move ahead to another concept that's related to this. Another kind of irregular shape. We have the area of a trapezoid. Okay, so a trapezoid Okay, so if you'll recall a trapezoid, you have two sets of parallel sides. So you can draw those arrow feathers on there to mark our parallel sides. I'm giving you that there's a right angle here. That this side length is 4 centimeters. This side length is 9 centimeters, and this side length is 6 centimeters. And this is trapezoid A, B, C, D. Okay, so what you can do is you can say, I know that if I were to cut this shape in half with a diagonal, I would have two distinct triangles. I would have triangle, I can pull these apart, ACD, and I would have triangle ABC. And that would be a side length of 4, right angle, side length of 6. This would be a side length of 9. So you can go ahead and find the area of both of these distinct shapes by plugging in what you know. One important key note is for this triangle, there's not a right angle over here, right? This is not a right angle. Neither is this, because that was bisected, or that was cut. Neither is this angle. You don't know what those measures are. But you do know that coming up from the C, drawing an imaginary line over to A, there is a right angle, right? Because that's this angle up here, this angle B. So that's still there. So you still know that that altitude is 4 centimeters. So we can take that information and we can go ahead and add the two triangles together, okay, in order to get the entire area. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. We know that area equals 1/2 base times height. So for triangle ADC, we can say area equals 1/2. Our base is 9. Our height is going to be this 4 centimeters because that's where our right angle is. So area equals 9 times 4 is 32, times 1/2 is 18. Over here, for triangle ABC, you know that area equals 1/2 base times height. So area equals 1/2. Your base is 6 times height, your height of 4. So your area equals 6 times. Alright, so this example we're doing the area of a trapezoid. So we have 40 feet by 28 feet as our bases and 4 feet as our height. So the area of a trapezoid, as we just discovered, equals 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. All we need to do is plug and chug. Okay, so plugging and chugging. We know area equals 1/2. Well, our height right here, 4 feet, so we're going to plug that in, times, well, base 1, we can put that as our base 1, so we'll say 40, plus, we need base 2. Base 2 will be our 28, close parentheses, so area equals 1/2 times 4 is 2, times 40 plus 28. Well, 40 plus 28 is 68, so area equals 2 times 68. So area equals 136 feet squared. Remember your units. Alright, now I'm going to set you free to do your own example. So you're given this shape here. You have a 2-foot end, a 4.5-foot other end. Go and start down the middle here, creating a right angle. We have 4 feet. Go ahead, solve for the area of this trapezoid. Press play when you're ready to check your answer. Alright, so let's check your answer. So you should have started out with area equals 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. So the area equals 1/2 height. Well, your height here is 4. See how that altitude creates a right angle? So 1/2 times 4. Base 1, you can plug in 2, plus we have base 2 is 4.5. Okay, so our area equals 1/2 times 4 is 2, times 2 plus 4.5, that's 6.5. So our area equals 2 times 6.5. So that's 13, and we are given it, the units are feet. So 13 feet squared. That's the answer you should have gotten. Alright, your in-class work to practice. Okay. You are on page 510 in your textbook. You're going to do numbers 8, 9, 11, and 12, as well as number 20. Number 20 is a bit of a challenge, but I think you're up for it. Alright, your homework is going to be your practice book. Lesson is 10-2. Okay, due tomorrow. If you need help, please come seek help in team time or after school. You can also ask any questions during class. Don't be afraid to pause the geometry class. Alright, get started on your in-class work now.